Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first ever episode on Let's Play Dark Souls. This is going to be a comprehensive gameplay, Let's Play sort of a thing, wherein I'll try to cover almost everything. The aim is to get 100%, but let's be realistic here. It's a very big game, and most likely I might miss something or the other. But the aim is nevertheless going to be 100% gameplay. So let's talk about this game first. This is Dark Souls. It's not a very super popular game, unlike Call of Duty or something of that sort, but it is an absolutely fantastic and amazing JRPG. That is a Japanese role playing game. And the reason why I like it so much is because of its amazing lore or storyline. It is very vast, but it's not in your face, it's not obvious. You can dig around for it if you want to, or you can just skip the entire thing and like just go on smashing people. That's the beauty of this game. Choices. You get choices for almost everything. There are no quick time events to my knowledge, or as far as on the top of my head. It is complete and drastic opposite end of these stupid dumbed down consoles or like PC games that are coming out nowadays. This is a game meant for smart people. It's not a stupid dumbed down game that any random 3-year old can play who is also having alcohol because his parents are negligent for some reason. Not the point. But the thing is, it's an absolutely fantastic game. I'll try not to blabber on about how fantastic it is. I'll just give you an idea. Every single NPC has a rich background story. Every single thing that you do have consequences, and you do get choices in this game, and they do matter to a certain extent. It is a, a beautiful game, and let's get on with it right now. I'll try to keep talking about this is the initial setup thing, so just set it up. Right now I can't really, yeah, there it is. We'll just tune down the volume and the sounds, but we'll keep the voice as high as possible so that most of the story is told through cutscenes and stuff like that, through the audio of the NPCs. So we'll keep that on, and we will be playing offline for the most part. I may go online and do stuff for a while, but primarily we just want to focus on the storyline and the gameplay elements. So I am playing at 720p with full screen off because of convenience of recording. Just making sure that everything is fine. Yeah, I'm basically this was a console game. It was launched on the PS3 and Xbox 360, but due to the cult following and the massive spam that the developers had to suffer through, they had to just bring it out for the PC. It realistically can't be played with a keyboard and a mouse. You need a controller for this. Let's just put in a key for P. What should we go with here? Male or female? We could go in for a male character because, well, I'm a male, or we couldn't go for a female character because girls look pretty and it'll be nice to see a chick wrecking a lot of monsters. So we'll just pick a female. Now, this is where your choices start. The thing is, the classes in this game are beautifully designed. They give you a very minimalistic gear to start off with, to give you an idea of what your class is going to be like. But you don't have to stick to anything. You don't have to stick to a particular stat. You don't have to stick to a particular class. You can just go on switching as you will. There is a lot of planning that has to go into it. You can't just switch on the fly. You have to think about it quite a bit. Like I said, this is a game meant for smart people. So I'll just quickly go through the classes. We'll go into the how they differ and how each class plays later. I'll just try to give you all examples of how it works out. So a warrior is basically your standard strength, dexterity, melee guy or girl in this case. As you can see on the left hand side, there are different stats. You start off at level 4 with a warrior with certain stats. You can like change them as you want. So a warrior is going to have a lot of strength and dexterity with not much else maxed out in the start. A knight is basically a tank. He has, well, it's a tank like any RPG. There is no further explanation required. Has a lot of vita and very less else. Then we have Wanderer. Well, I don't really see the point of this character exactly, but like this is your basic assassin with high dex. That's all you get starting off with. Then you have a thief. He has critical hit advantages. He is also like an assassin, uh, and basically Wanderer and Thief are kind of alike, but you start off with more decks, and you get Master Key as a starting item. Like all of these characters, all of these classes have some starting gear according to their classes. So with Thief, you get a Master Key. Master Key is an extremely important item, but we'll talk about that more later. Then you have a Bandit. He This character is primarily strength based. You get to wield heavier and bigger, larger, ridiculously huge weapons and wreck on people. Then you have hunters. These are ranged characters. These are basically your archers. Then you have sorcerers and pyromancer. Pyromancer is a very unique class. We'll go on detail about it when we pick up pyromancies during the playthrough. We have your regular priest. He has faith gear, as you can see. There is a lot of starting faith points with him. He has some strength to hold up shields and like use basic weapons. And we have deprived. This is the most fantastic class to play with because it gives you a lot of freedom. You start off at level 6 with everything at 11 points, and you basically start off with literally no starting gear whatsoever. You have your loincloth and some basic rags to cover up your essential parts, and a very minimalistic shield and a club. So basically you can make this class into whatever you want. So we are going to start off with deprived just because, well, I want to show off practically everything, and since a master key is actually quite important, if you want Dark Souls to be any fun at all, you should take master key. This is just your physical appearance. Let's go in for slim, and you can have different types of this thing. Facial characteristics, let's go for Restore Royalty. Let's have a nice little straight haired girl with golden hair, silver, dark purple, red, dark red, dark brown. Yeah. Then this is your basic customization, and this is where we get an idea of what Dark Souls is all about. These are the basic customizations, and if you want to go in further, you can customize the hell out of your character. You can practically spend hours and hours and hours here, but we'll not be doing all of that. I'll just give you an idea of what all of this is. So you can basically like customize a lot of things here. There are like several sub options in each and every field there, so we'll just not go in that and waste a lot of time right now. We'll just initialize, and so this is basically what Dark Souls is. You have the basic things and you have the advanced things if you wanna go for that, and I love that. And here on the bottom right square you can see the starting gear. We have the master key as the starting item and nothing else, absolutely nothing else. That is what makes this playthrough interesting as a deprived. Let's get on with the story then.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
Character in the game.
With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
To someone who is new to Dark Souls, that may not seem like anything at all. Like, that practically gave us no idea or information. Sorry, lady.
Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Here we are. This is our cell.
This is your fate.